Polina, is there a lot of excitement there in the streets? Because, you know, if we listen to the politicians, they always say these are the most crucial elections ever, go out and vote. Is that what the people think as well?
Well, I have to say, spending the day on the streets of Berlin, it seems that perhaps people are more excited about the marathon that is taking place right now than the election themselves. But you can see behind me one of the polling stations that are scattered all around the city. And there is a lot of action happening around there. People are walking in and out, using their democratic right and making an influence. This campaign in general has been described perhaps as fairly boring since the initial excitement that was felt over the SPD, the Social Democratic candidate Martin Schulz, quickly faded away. And right now it seems that Chancellor Angela Merkel is set to win a fourth term to continue as the Chancellor of Germany for the next 4 years. What kind of coalition is she going to build is another story. And right now there is a very tight battle over third place between the left-wing Die Linke party and the populist AfD party, which is, of course, if you ask the German public, some are very concerned about this development. And I spoke with some of them this morning about what do they feel of this, I would say, anticipated entrance of this party to the German parliament.
So for me, it's education, which is very important, and it's also how we represent us to different countries. So how we go further with the refugees and so on. That's for me important.
Yeah, well, it's definitely something to worry about. I mean, you see it throughout all of Europe, in France and everything as well. However, they won't join a coalition with any other party. All the other parties have said no. So I don't think they'll actually get much power, and probably in 5 years they won't have any impact anymore, because even now there's huge backlash at the fact that they are going into the parliament.
So, Polina, we've just seen what the day looks like in Berlin. Rain, marathon and elections, and some of the protagonists are standing there with you.
Yes, indeed. I have with me Mr. Nikolaus Fest. He's represented the AfD party running for the Bundestag, and I thought this will be an interesting opportunity to hear some more about the party, perhaps some misconceptions that there are about the AfD. So let's start with the most general question. What do you feel that attracts voters to the party right now and is responsible for its remarkable gain? Is this just a disappointment with Merkel's refugee policy?
This is definitely one piece and one reason that so many people vote for AfD. But I think in the last 4 years we didn't see any opposition in the Bundestag. The two opposition parties, the Greens and the Lefts, didn't question any of what Merkel did, the opening of the borders, the imported terrorism, the costs that follow, and so on. And they didn't question the Euro policy as well. So I think people are tired of this non-existing opposition in the Bundestag, and that is the main reason why people are voting for us. They want to have a strong opposition that deserves its name.
But you also can't deny the fact that many Germans are concerned, particularly Jewish Germans, Israelis living in Berlin. They find the idea of what has been labeled the first right-wing party, far-right party to enter the German Bundestag since the end of World War II quite daunting. Is there anything that you can say to appease those concerns?
Yes, we are not far-right, but we are simply liberal conservative. We if you compare our program to what the Christian Democrats said in 2002, it's more or less the same. So the Christian Democrats have moved to the left, and there is no conservative party anymore in Germany. And what we do is simply filling this gap. We are representing those voters who feel that conservatism isn't bad. We are not far right-wing. We are simply a bit right of the middle, and this is a place which has to be, every country needs to have a party which is right of the middle.
So the German Jews have a reason to be concerned then?
No, not at all. I think I mean, a lot of people are concerned about the refugee crisis and the refugee problem, and some other people think that is an enrichment of our society. The AfD is mostly concerned about the imported terrorism, imported anti-Semitism, and I think most Jews should vote for us because the imported anti-Semitism is mostly a Muslim problem, and so we feel the same. We feel that the immigration of Muslims at this huge figures is very problematic to our society, and yeah, this is our main goal. And so I think there we have something in common, and every Jew should vote AfD.
So we heard this year, every Jew should vote AfD. The party is promising to be a defender of Jewish life in Germany. We heard this from candidates multiple times. Whether or not German Jews will follow this recommendation still remains to be seen, and we'll see tonight how successful this party will be at the polls. Back to you.